Hey guys, it's Selwen here, and I want to talk about two stories out of one video today, and it's about Anthem and EA. Now, putting aside all the issues the game has had in the recent demo, beyond all of that, I think that the game was alright, and that has potential to be rather fun if it plays its cards right on the things that we don't know yet, such as content, in particularly in-game content, and very importantly, microtransactions. Now, I'm an advocate that on buy-to-play games, especially ones that are on full price of $60, should not have any sort of microtransactions. But such is the times that we live on, and I think the ship to argue about that has long set sail. That said, Anthem originally was planned to have a very similar microtransaction / progression to Battlefront 2 through loot boxes and all that sort of crap. Obviously, that was all scrapped due to all the outrage, and it was changed to be solely based on cosmetic items, which if we have to have a microtransaction system, which again I still think is idiotic to have it on a full game, even if one is to have a long lifespan and supposedly have it pay for expansions and extra content, which have been stated to be free. And Anthem, again, refer to previous paragraph, being solely based on cosmetics, let's just say it's not as bad. Now, that said again, these systems are usually tied to in-game currencies, and that often turns the game to be a grindfest towards those items, as the pricing for the in-game currency for those same cosmetics becomes absurd in order for people to gravitate towards the easy but real money option. And if you lean too much to the other side, people won't buy it with real money and the company doesn't get what it wants. So there's never really a good balance with this sort of system. And not only that, when it comes to gameplay, it also retracts some of the experience. What could be an awesome badass armor to get in game is now based on huge grind or something to be purchased with real money. Now, you can also argue that cosmetics have no impact in the game whatsoever, except for the bit I just said. So it's fine to have microtransactions, and I agree if it's a free-to-play game, not the one you already bought. Once again, refer to previous paragraph. But anyway, a few days ago, there was a screenshot going around from Reddit of an early iteration, I'll get there, of the store in Anthem, with prices for various items like armor skins, colors for gear, emotes, and not only that, it let you know that this early iteration followed a system akin to Fortnite and some other games where the store offers different items daily. So one day you get 2 skins for 2 specific javelins. That lasts for 24 hours or more, then it circles to some other item, and so on and on. This way, it adds a bigger incentive to dumb and naive people to buy it, such as, oh shit, it's gonna end in 30 minutes, better buy it before it's gone. You see the picture. Now, what was being discussed in these past few days was pricing, and to be clear, BioWare replied to this set picture rather quickly, stating how this is not the final pricing and how they are still iterating on the set pricing. And so the general consensus and idea is that these 2,000 shards, being the in-game currency that you can buy with real money, to be $20, 100 shards for $1, give or take. I mean, it could be 2,000 shards for 50 or $2 for all we know, but taking that easy assumption is just simply absurd pricing for a skin. Hell, a simple color / material option is here set for $8, but once again, this discussion has no grounds because there's no hard fact for anything, right? Next to it, there is the coins, which is the in-game currency that you can earn by playing, being 40,000 of them. Now, I think that we can also safely assume that the coins required to buy all this type of items will take you quite a long time with a lot of grinding involved, as we covered a minute ago. Maybe it won't be, because the game is not out yet and all of that, but from seeing all these other games employing the same tactics, I think we can safely assume that pretty easily. Now, as for the real money pricing is, just as I said, absurd, but nothing to lose our minds about because there's no confirmation of anything. So this leads to a bunch of outrage as expected, EA memes and all of that good stuff, but also led to very nice Reddit posts and feedback towards BioWare and saying this needs to be changed. Now, They haven't answered to any of that feedback, just the previous statements that they're still iterating on the pricing, which again, how are they still working out the economy of such a big game coming out in 2 or 3 weeks isn't known. So when you add all of that together, mixed with some skepticism and believing how companies lie to us over and over again, we can also take an assumption or guess that the pricing for these skins were never meant to be this absurd amount, and how it's just a big ploy by the marketing team over at EA or BioWare in order for you to rage at them first, which initially you might think is bad, yes, but that's fine, the game is not out yet and it's just more free publicity. But you also get people saying, yeah, if we have to have cosmetic microtransactions, make it at a lower price, because we well know what happens to games, especially buy-to-play ones, with really high prices on set cosmetics. Fallout 76. So imagine when the game comes out or closer to release, BioWare comes out and just says, well, the skins are now $8, $5, $10. That will certainly make people happier, more keen to buy or support the game. Like, we made that change, we the gamers, they listened to us. Whatever you choose to believe though is just all speculation. I mean, we don't even know the specifics of the shard's value, so take it as you will. Bottom line is, microtransactions will say one way or another, and there is a very worrisome tab on that same screenshot labeled as crafting. So God knows what will be on there, but as I said in the beginning of the video, I wish we could live on a world, or well, back in a world where we could just go play a game, one big as this one, and not think or worry about microtransactions. But sadly, that is something that will keep on happening. At least we can be somewhat content there is no loot boxes, and until the average player base stops spending money on said microtransactions, they will keep on popping up. I'm sensing that the Fortnite model might be the next big thing. Now, speaking of loot boxes, there is some hope, specifically in the heart of Europe, in the great country of Belgium, best known for waffles and disputes over the French fries invention, now also known as a loot box gambling killer. So a few months back, Belgium was the first ever country to finally start regulating and labeling loot boxes in gaming as gambling, and as such, big companies like Valve, Activision, and etc. had to stop using loot boxes in their games in that specific region. EA was one though that did not waver and stuck to their guns with their loot boxes, specifically in their FIFA game, which is notorious for having a huge market in that area. But well, earlier today they finally broke after months and pressure from the Belgium government to completely remove any sort of loot box microtransaction in their games. So on that, it gives some hope that the rest of Europe and the USA follow suit and get rid of this cancer that spread over gaming in the past years. Even if that happens, microtransactions won't go anywhere. We still have our Anthem-like systems and our pay-to-win systems, but at least the biggest cancerous cell, am I taking this analogy too far, would be cut off. Anyway guys, as always, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on all of this down below. Like and subscribe, and remember to hit that bell button for more videos like this, and I'll see you all again soon.